For every disciplined effort, there is a multiple reward. That's one of life's great arrangements.
Time doesn't adjust for you or nothing. You can never slow time down. You can never speed up time. Until death, you are stuck in time. You are victims. And therefore, all you have to do to make time your friend is to
how to be motivated, how to get done, and how to like find the correct path and think about things correctly.
Always looking for ways that you can break through. There are always looking forward, strike a telling blow, and your work. Because do not give me, I do not understand that I told you last week is about an invention, an idea. I've got to separate what I do from who I am. Listen to me, you ain't bet you can't you. Have phone getting cut off, only listen to me, you are bro. You've got to make it your personal business to. Make it happen, and you've got to resolve within yourself that I can do this, that. It's hard, but you've got to say, I'm the one to make this happen. I'm the one to become successful in this business. As you work to help other people become successful, that your success.
It's like the law of sowing and reaping. In fact, it's an extension of the biblical law that says if you sow well, you reap well. Now here's a unique part of the law of sowing and reaping. Not only does it suggest that we'll all reap what we've sown, it also suggests that we'll reap much more. Life is full of laws that both govern and explain behaviors. But this may well be the major law we need to understand. For every disciplined effort, a multiple reward. For every disciplined effort, a multiple reward. What a concept. If you render unique service, your reward will be multiplied.
This is what I've come to appreciate. You can measure time in life. I read this verse and this blessed me. Psalm 90 verse 10. Out loud, read it together. Go. The length of our days is 70 years. This is God is saying now, you got 70 years. Then what? Or 80. If we have the strength, yet those span is but trouble and sorrow. For they quickly pass and we fly away. He's okay. The average age of a human, God says, would be between 70 and 80. What do you do with time? Write this down. First of all, you can manage it. Secondly, you can use it. Thirdly, you can invest it. Fourthly, you can convert it.
If you're fair and honest and patient with others, your reward will be multiplied. If you give more than you expect to receive, your reward is more than you expect. But remember, the key word here, as you might well imagine, is discipline. Everything of value requires care and attention. Everything of value requires discipline. Children require discipline. They must have a structure built for them. They must have boundaries to work within so they feel secure and comfortable to explore and grow. They must learn to recognize what's right and what's wrong, what's acceptable behavior, what's not acceptable. Children require unwavering discipline, consistent discipline, or they'll be confused as to how they're supposed to behave. Likewise, our thoughts require discipline.
In other words, you can use time to develop and build and construct things. You can turn your life into value by the way you use your time. You can use time to fulfill your divine purpose. Time itself is given to you as a gift from God. And so Ephesians 5 says, wherefore, stay awake. Wake up, wake up, wake up. That's what the verse says. What? Wake up. Why? Because you can live your whole life sleeping. Read the rest of the verse. Read it. Awake thou who sleepest, and arise from the dead. Even Christ himself wants to shine upon you. Verse 15. Look therefore carefully at how you walk, not as unwise, but as what? Wise. And then he says what? Redeem the time, because the days are full of evil. Redeem the time. I was doing this with my life for the last 40 years, maximizing every minute of my life.
If you want to feign bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it. I'm your peace and your sleep, for if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and Adam is swept court, and fretward and plan port and lose are your terror of the opposition for it. And if you simply grab to that being that you want with all of your competitiveness, strip and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, if neither cold poverty, favish age, sickness, a pain of body and brain then keeps you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you beseech, and to set it with the help of God, you'll get it. It's not over until I win. Asked him said, how are you able in spite of all of that negative publicity?
But really what it's all about is just getting it together and moving. Just go do something. Just doing it makes you do more. Like do more hard makes you do more hard. It's what makes you have that confidence that you know how to push through. And the mentality that I'm the type of dude who gets done. Like I'm not going to waste my day just sitting around a hotel room. No, I'm going to go to work. Well, I think the one thing that discipline definitely does help you with, it helps you get things done. You have more success. Get there and start working. Like you're not going to feel perfect every day. And so the benefit of discipline in my eyes has always been that through discipline, I get things done. I always say that I'm like the most lazy, disciplined person I know because I don't want to do it, but I always do, and that you have to sit down, you have to overcome resistance, and that the pro goes to work.
So why do you want a shortcut? Why do you want to take the short route? Do you realize the further you go, the better you will be? Do you realize when you put the work in and you do things a little bit different than others that you become greater? That you see something more unique about you? Why can't you understand that putting forth the effort and just working a little bit harder and going a little bit further than you've ever done may be the best thing for you? When you're driving your car down the road and you're so used to going down that path, that same route that you take day in and day out, and all of a sudden, there's a sign up that says road is closed. But you haven't given yourself the time to know your neighborhood. You haven't given yourself the time to know there has to be another way to get to my destination.
How did you do it? He said, I ignored my critics. I just didn't take any attention to them. I ignored myself because they kept on saying it so much there were times I doubted whether or not I can do what I needed to do. See, the last chapter to your life has not been written, yet it doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter about the things that you've done that you feel guilty about if you wouldn't do. And today you're convicting an innocent person, so I really want to be a certain kind of person, and I get a massive amount of chemical joy, or be the kind of person I want to be acting towards, to that being tough, doing the work, running it out, pushing forward, having a goal.
And it doesn't matter if you're sick, it doesn't matter if you have kids, it doesn't matter what you're a pro and you go to work. Just it puts it in your head that this is what I do. And you have pride in that. And you're doing the work. Yeah. And out of that work, gems blossom. Yeah. Little things, but you might have a day where you just write nothing but dog. So what? Show up again tomorrow. And tomorrow out of that dog, flower will emerge. You never know. And that's the only way to really develop your potential 100% in anything. One of the worst decisions a man can make is to be comfortable. I don't think you should try to be comfortable. I think what you should try to do is try to earn comfort. And if you can get a day off where you've worked hard and you've accomplished goals, that day off will be so sweet. Through difficult tasks, you learn an incredible amount about yourself. And through the fire of competition, you get to understand motivation. You get to understand the resistance that you have inside your mind to doing hard work.
But all your life, you just stayed on that one road. That's all you knew. Not realizing that there are other roads out there just waiting for you. You've got to get uncomfortable. You got to understand that maybe I got to go the further distance this time. Maybe I shouldn't take that short road. Maybe I should take a different road. And even if that road is open, why not try to explore other horizons? Because maybe those horizons may make you better, may give you the ability to focus as there's something else waiting for you. So what is too far? Success is limitless. You should be willing to go further than you've ever done in your life. Don't take the short road. Go the longer road. Don't make it convenient.
The learner likes seeing how much potential I can actually wring out of myself, because this is what I do because of that neurochemical rush that I get every time where it don't match as service. But like when I'm up and I'm working at 4 a.m. and I know all my employees are sleeping, all my competitors are sleeping, and I'm grinding it out. And when I got up at 4 a.m. and I was working my ass off, because you're wasting your life if you do all of that for something that you don't know about. And this is where it gets terrifying. You've got to be excited about the future that you're building. That is the key. You've got to be really amped up about it. It's got to give you energy when you think about doing that thing